Hello guys and welcome to episode 6 of my Civilization Beyond Earth playthrough, playing as the Kavithan Protectorate using the Supremacy affinity. And today, well, we're going to be continuing with our expansion using colonists. We're going to have another colony come up here and sit on this tile. And we've got Protean, which is going to block the way from the Brazilians, and then we've got the outpost down here now, Harsha, which has now been founded, and that's going to be used to block off the Pan-Asians as long as we don't end up going to war with them. Now up at the top we have the Slavic Federation. They have founded a new outpost here, and I wouldn't be surprised if they found another one further down, because the AI does like to expand rather fast, which is why I have been trying to do the same. Now it is hard, especially with the health modifier that we have to take care of, but with the health buildings being complete in our newest cities, that should sort that out pretty easily. We are producing some CNDRs, so if anyone does end up going to war with us now, we should have something to fight them off. So the clinic's finished in 2 turns in Harsha, and I think that's the farmer lab. Yep, finished in Visanta soon. Should be able to take advantage of the health that they provide. The marine in Protean can fortify there, and we can use Visanta to bombard the siege ram. We'll also get the gunner to do the same. And for our covert ops, we have just siphoned 298 energy from Chuyan. So let's choose a new operation for that agent, which will be to siphon more energy by the looks of things. We can choose production in Javed, which shall be possibly to get a rocket battery, but at the same time I might get another worker. That might be a good idea. Water refinery is interesting though, +1 food and +1 production from water tiles. Let's get this worker first, and then we can work towards that water mill. The colonist nearly done. We've got Sabta here, nearly finishing the defense perimeter. And Brasilia, not very happy with my new outpost. No surprises there. But we'll tell them that we'll settle land that we please. You disappoint us, yeah, I know. What a shame. Now in Syra, we can choose a new production, which shall be to create another CNDR probably. Unless we build another worker, and then we'll have 2 workers popping out this turn. Yeah, I think that's more of a good idea actually. And then we'll work on another CNDR after that. This trade convoy from Syra can continue trading with Asreya, unless going to Basanta would be more beneficial. Yeah, we'll do that instead. In Harsha, we can now work on the farmer lab, and I'm actually going to go into the production queue here and add a cytonursery to that so I don't forget. And over here in Visanta we can add a cytonursery to that queue. Veterancy gained from my gunner. You can just fortify on that tile now that the siege worm is out of range, and this CNDR can head over towards Harsha. We do currently have 101 science per turn, 104 now, which is pretty good. We've got +46 energy coming in, which is nice as well. And we are getting 22 from trade routes, and I think that's because one of my buildings gives me energy for the amount of trade routes I have.
Life, or does the dance of life change your step?
But genetic design complete anyway, and we can now have access to the gene garden once we get the levels in purity that we need, and we are now working on genetic mapping to get that. And we can now also get the cloning plant. We can take advantage of the xenomass resources that we have, and we can also possibly get the ectogenesis pod, but I'm not sure if anyone else has built that yet. Now, I'm not going to manually use these workers. I'm going to tell them to automate. This guy can make a Phyrexite mine, and in Astrea they can trade with Sabda still. Now, our production in Mandira can now work on a cloning plant there. In Syra, we can now work on the CNDR that I had planned. In Astrea, we can get a cloning plant there now, and in Javed, we can work on that water finery that I had intended to get. So we're going to tell that worker to automate, and this colonist going to head up to this tile. And the reason I'm going to that tile is because it does have the food and production, and it is in range, I think. Yeah, 3 tiles to this geothermal. We got this geothermal, and this silica, and this fruit. Now, geothermals, when improved with a geothermal well, give us +3 energy, which is why it's going to be a really nice city to have there. It's going to actually get us a lot of money just from improving those tiles. So the siege worm here probably could have attacked that in that turn again, because it did move back to that tile. We'll see if it stays there, and if it does, then we can attack it with the gunner again and the city. Kind of need to get it out of the way though if I'm going to be producing units in Syra to head all the way over to Harsha. That moved away. Frustrating. Right, let's move the CNDR round just so that we don't get attacked by the siege worm next turn. Don't really want to take any damage on the CNDR unit. Outpost making his way up. Probably have to make another outpost on this side at some point. And like I said, look at that. Slavic Federation. New outpost just here. And there's another outpost up here. Crazy. So they've just founded another 2 outposts. And now we're really going to start competing for land. I don't think they're going to be happy with this colonist landing where he is. But the trade route from Mandira can trade with Harsha. In Sabda, we will work on a cloning plant now. CNDR can move around Bani Musa. It seems that Bani Musa is safe for now. The Brazilians moving their units away, which is nice to see. Now, I might start manually building a road across here. It does actually recommend it, but it would be good to connect Sabda to the main city, especially with all of these resources that we will have soon enough. Basically all my work is working on roads at the moment, I think. All the automated ones at least. We'll get this trade convoy to trade with Mandira. Boost the production in Javed. And we can work on the Phyrexite mine here. Brilliant. Now the siege worm is in range again, so let's make sure we use all at our disposal to attack it. Going to take a while to destroy that, but still worth a shot. Now the Pan-Asians are bringing over their attack jets to Chuyen.
If you're going to rejigger an organism's genotype, you should give it the courtesy of reading its manual first.
Gene Vault Wonder unlocked.
How
and level
much
1
joy
purity.
can this new planet hold, when all I can think of is everything I've left behind?
Aliens will not attack explorer units. Now, I think somebody asked me to get that. So, just as well I have now. Will help my explorer crossing the sea over here. Oh, actually, he's made quite a lot of progress. Look at that. And his line of sight has increased from the Wonder. I didn't realise explorers were military units. Oh well, now I know. And I know that that Wonder benefits them. But let's work on a recycler here in Vasanta to get the extra production. And then we can work on any other health buildings that we have left. I don't think there is actually any left to make though. No, there isn't. I'll add the trade depot to the queue so we can start trading from Vasanta as well. We'll fortify the gunner again that turn. We will tell the trade from Syra to head to Asraya. CNDR can continue his way. And the trade convoy from Javed can trade with Harsha, possibly. Actually, let's go to Sabda, just so that we get this extra food per turn. I'm guessing the siege worm's just going to keep going backwards and forwards. But we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully we can destroy it, get it out of the way. Yeah, there we go. It's come back again. We'll attack it with Vasanta. Attack it with the gunner. It's just giving this gunner tons of XP, which is really nice to see. And we can get this CNDR to move across towards Harsha. And let's found this new outpost. And we'll start constructing a road there. Now the good thing about Supremacy is on level 3, roads and magrails do not cost any energy to maintain. So all of these roads that I'm producing won't actually have maintenance, which is really good. In Syra, we're going to maybe work on an artillery now. Might be a better thing to do. Or we can just get another CNDR. I think we'll continue building the CNDRs for now. And we'll build artillery once we go to war. Because by the time we do go to war, it looks like most of these roads will be finished. So I'll be able to just fast move them all the way to Sabda. And then we can come down from there. If we're going to attack the Pan-Asians, that is. Which is probably my first war target, if I'm honest. Also looks like we can attack that siege worm. Wow, she's pretty mad at me. You are too close for comfort. My colony requires more living space. They have declared war. The Pan-Asians. Just as I was saying, it happens, okay? Very well. Actually, we'll say you'll pay for this in time. Yeah, we will. Alright, let's get my raptor bug down then. And we'll have to start building those artillery, like I was saying. The trade from Mandira can go to Syra now. And in Mandira, we can work on the artillery. The gunner in Vasanta, I might actually start to head him toward this border here. Now, stop him attacking the siege worm and just get him over there to help defend. Now what would be good is to invest in a miasma repulsor to get rid of all this miasma in the way over here, because currently it's damaging all my units that I come across. Oh, okay. So now the Slavic Federation have declared war on me as well. You'll pay for this in time. Yes, you will. Well, that's annoying. He's just founded an outpost just here. The little bastards. Okay, well, both of these cities are completing buildings next turn, and I'm actually just going to purchase some military units, I think. I'll get a couple of CNDRs to go up and take that outpost out completely. So yeah, let's produce a marine here, because otherwise the other stuff is going to take too long. Actually, let's work instead on armor. Get some fast units. And has that changed? No, it hasn't. Change production to armor, please. Yes, there you go. And in Javed, we are going to build armor as well. There we go. And then we will purchase a CNDR there. Don't have enough money to buy another one, but that should be enough to take out Agua or Aguya. Then we've got Harsha here. Can work on its buildings probably. We might have to get the rocket battery there. Get some extra city defense for Harsha, because they'll probably hit it hard from Chuyen. Also, we should think about getting some tac jets, because they have, or they had, 2 tac jets in Chuyen. In Pran, we'll work on the Old Earth Relic, and we can actually start to bombard the siege worm there. Going to move this raptor around the siege worm, and from Asria we can trade with possibly Pran. Yeah, let's do that. Boost the production there. Trade convoy from Asria can trade with Mandira. And for this quest decision, obstacles of the past, we can either get 10% food carried over after city growth from cloning plants, or we can get +1 health from cloning plants, and I think we definitely need the health right now. So we're going to get that. So it'll be interesting to see how many forces the Russians throw at me. It may be much easier to actually attack the Russians, so I probably will attack them before I attack the Pan-Asians. We'll just defend against the Pan-Asians for now, maybe use these couple of CNDRs to make some ground, but I'm not sure if we're going to have anything to really attack Chuyen with. We'll just get this CNDR to move to the border and basically fortify there. Be interesting to see if they attack Agni as well. Really don't want them to take that out though. But if I'm quick enough, I might be able to destroy Aguya and Istochitnik, and then I can take them both out and have that land for myself. But Brasilia wants a favour, wants to give me a favour for some energy pattern and Fraxite and open borders. Yeah, get a life. No thanks. Jeez, they're like offering me like the worst deals ever. I think it's because it's on very hard, to be honest. Right, we can get the CNDR moving now. This raptor bug can actually head upwards instead, and we'll fortify the CNDR. This worker here can probably now automate, although we could possibly head towards Pran to upgrade this fibre with the plantation so we get extra production. There might be a good idea. We need to be careful of the siege worm. I don't know if siege worms can destroy my workers. I'm assuming they can. We'll just go with automate improvements for now. Looks like he's heading down to Harsha to work there instead. Oh, that's fine, I guess. Let's get a tac jet from Sabda. Then that can move to Harsha. And it looks like my entire nation has moved towards building military units, which is interesting. So, get another CNDR over here. We'll use CNDRs with the gunners to protect that, and then the rest of our units can head up toward the Slavics. It's annoying that this is marsh, because getting as far as I want this turn will put me into miasma. But I'm sure some of you guys would have wanted a war, and now you've got one. If I move there, I'm probably in range to attack next turn. Trade convoy from Mandira can trade with Pran now. And Pran can bombard the seed worm again. In Syra we can work on attack jet. And the CNDR here can head up towards Aguya. And the last thing we need is the Brazilians to declare war on me, so hopefully they won't. They are actually trading with me currently though. Look at this road system. Pretty crazy. It's like a cross. Big crossroads. Everything done for this turn? I thought we'd already moved on to the next one. Never mind, we have to do something with this gunner. Well, I'll move him on a little bit further, and then I'll fortify him. Now, how did they get over here before? Because it looks like there's another mountain here. The only way they're going to get through is through this section. So I'm not sure how they had military units on these two tiles beforehand. Well, never mind. Here comes their combat rovers. Out of curiosity, let's just check the diplomacy tab. Wow, we are well ahead. 533 points. We're currently at war with the Slavic Federation, who are on 423, and the Pan-Asians are on 305. That's crazy. So, currently we're well ahead. Samatar Jamabar has 6 harmony, which is pretty decent. But we have 6 affinity levels as well, they're just not all in the same one. Doing well anyway. Hutama has so many wonders. Look at that, Gene Vault, Stellar Codex, Ectogenesis Pod. That's why I can't build any of those. We've got the production at Mandira to choose. So let's get another CNDR. In Pran, we will work on the clinic and the other health-giving buildings. Add them to a queue. And the artillery can start to head upwards. And that was probably the wrong movement actually, because I just figured out that they couldn't walk through here anyway. So I'm going to need them down here actually, to sort of protect the coast. Trade convoy from Syra can trade with Banu Musa. And this worker can now automate. I think this CNDR can attack Aguya this turn. Yes, it can. And utterly annihilated. Barely took any damage. Wow. We've got a Slavic missile rover there. Actually coming up, and what's this? Another missile rover. Attack that with the city. Looks like I'm going to need to bring this back, because their units are approaching me very quickly. Got a couple of armors being finished though, and they really do counter the missile rovers. So I don't think we'll have to worry about that. Shame that the city didn't destroy the unit, because I swear when they're on sea like that, it should be able to do a lot of damage to them. See, like this unit here, if we attack that with Javed, it only does like barely any damage actually. But it does much more damage to them when they're on land, which doesn't make sense. What about to this gunboat? Yeah, we'll attack the gunboat. And the attack jet in Syra can rebase to Visanta. Next turn it can rebase even further to Harsha. I'm going to attack this combat rover with Harsha. That has sunk that. Nice and easy. get the armour from Azrea to start making its way over. And I don't think we're going to need much over here, to be honest, because the Pan-Asians are so far behind. So we might actually send the CNDR all the way up. The CNDR can come back and actually destroy that explorer. Get the raptor bug to make its way back as well. Now in Syra, are we going to build another tac jet, or are we going to get a CNDR? Or even artillery? Actually, let's get an artillery. I can send that artillery towards Harsha, and then we can use these forces to take over Chiyan. That's going to be my plan. In Azrea, we can work on a defense perimeter, possibly. Actually, let's get the repair facility, and then we can work on more units. In Vasanta, we will continue by just upgrading the city there. Get a Thorn reactor to make sure that we can deal with the upkeep of all the units. Now they're being hit hard by the missile rovers and the gunboat there. But that shouldn't matter. We'll destroy the gunboat. We'll destroy the missile rover in the next turn. They don't have anything to really take it over yet, so that's fine. The tac jet from Santa can now move to Harsha. We'll put that into air intercept mode. CNDR from Mandira can head up north. Now let's go and blow up this missile rover with the CNDR. Robots for the win. And we can use the city to destroy the gunboat. So that worked out better than expected. We'll set that worker to automate now. And it looks like I won't need that raptor bug after all. And this armour can already begin to head up towards the other lands of the Russians. And we do have a new affinity level. Now what I'm going to go towards is this Magnasanti, which will give me plus 0.2 health for every building that cities have. Currently we have a lot of buildings, so that will definitely improve my health a lot. And in the meantime we will get liquidity to get the minus 20% energy cost to purchase units. And our next industry synergy bonus will give us plus 10 production in every city, which will be really cool. In Mandira we can work on another artillery, I think we need. And our production in Sabda can work on a rocket battery, possibly. Actually, we'll get another tac jet there. In Javed, we will get a defense perimeter. And all should be well. But unfortunately, it has been my time. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. Finally a bit of action. You know, two nations declaring war on me. We've got the Pan-Asians and the Slavic Federations to deal with now. We'll have to give them a beating and see what happens. But, yep, that's all. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.